Tonight, new controversy in the death of Whitney Houston. The final photo of Whitney emerges, showing the pop icon lying dead in her casket. Is a massive lawsuit about to be filed? Who betrayed Whitney Houston one last time? Let's go live to Dorothy Cassasari, senior editor of In Touch Weekly. Dorothy, what happened with this controversial photo?
Well, Carolyn Wiggum has spoken out and said that only 3 people from her funeral home had access to the body leading up to the funeral, and that 15 guards from Nippy Inc., which is Whitney Houston's security system, were guarding the body. So she claims that she had no responsibility with this leaked photo, but she knows who did leak the photo, and she also knows that the photo was taken the day before the funeral, which makes us wonder, how does she know that? Because perhaps the appearance was different, Friday versus Saturday? I don't know. There's a lot of questions here, but people are outraged that this photo exists.
Natisha Lance, tell us about Nippy Security.
Well, Nippy Inc. is Whitney Houston's production company, so this was security that was provided by her own management team. So that brings a lot of things into question. And just as Dorothy was saying, there were 15 security guards, 24-hour security. They were all rotating around. Some of these security guards were even sleeping at the funeral home to ensure that the body was secured.
So, Natisha, what kind of steps and what do we know about these guards? Did they have a long-standing relationship? Did they sign any confidentiality agreements? What's the deal with them?
At this point, we don't know about those guards, but I'm pretty sure that is something that is going to continue to be investigated, especially by the leader of this funeral home. She says that the family's investigation into this photo has been closed, but hers has not.
And that is very interesting. Rob Shooter, if we can go to you, I think this is surprising. The family says it's closed. The funeral director says, I know who did it. Do you smell a little bit of a rat? Someone knows who did it. And suddenly the family says it's closed. It's a little strange.
It is strange. Hi, Rita. How are you? Good to see you.
You too.
It's a really odd here. What's happened is this funeral director has been the one that has been villainized about this. She's the one that's come out and looks like the villain here. She's the one that the public are getting very angry at. She's the one that says somebody spat on her. She's getting death threats. It's in her interests to make sure the public knows who did this. I'm not even sure the Whitney family care that much about it, but this funeral director certainly does.
Yeah, and what is being done to, Rob, in terms of determining which person had access? As we know, 3 people from the funeral home, all right? 15 security guards. You can bet they probably grilled each one, don't you think, Rob Shooter?
They were all on shifts. Like, this isn't when, you know, this isn't security guards just turn up and disappear. They have set shifts where they have to turn up at certain hours. It's a real job. Like, you have to be on time for work. I have to be on time for work. This is a job. So they can clearly look at a log and find out who was there at what time. And they'll be looking very carefully at that picture to see if anything changed in the picture. If flowers were delivered maybe 2 hours before the guests arrive, there's no flowers in that picture. So they will be able to narrow down the time and find out who was on that shift, and that person is going to be looked at very carefully.